Hey guys, let's talk about some Dragon Ball FighterZ. So recently during EVO 2017 we got a gameplay reveal for future Trunks and some information on the beta test coming really soon. And just recently we already have an announcement of 2 more characters coming to the game. Piccolo and Krillin have been announced in the latest issue of V-Jump magazine. We got a scan of both characters and some of their movesets, but unfortunately no gameplay trailer, just like when Future Trunks was first revealed. But at least we got some info. Now Piccolo was definitely expected by everybody to be added to the roster, and Krillin fans will be pleased as well. I think the most popular request right now is Android 18, as we're clearly missing a female character from the game. We need a check mark on that diversity quota here. And Brawly is another name that keeps popping up that people want. Higher chance for Android 18 though, I would say. Also, it's pretty obvious now that we're only getting one version of each character. So, for example, not like Super Saiyan 3 Goku and then Super Saiyan 2 and all that. But the benefit is that, hopefully we can get a real diverse cast. This, allows more chances for more names to get into this roster, especially since it's a 3v3 game and all our favorite characters can make it. So we can all form our dream teams, so to speak. So let's talk about some Piccolo. The magazine says he has the ability to stretch his arms to grab his opponents, staying true to the anime, of course. Actually, Majin Buu stretches his arms too with his jumping attacks when I remember playing the game myself. Piccolo also can charge up his attacks by holding down button presses to make them stronger. Piccolo also has a number of ways to break the opponent's guard. I'm going to assume by charging his attacks. So sounds pretty, technical so far compared to the other characters, especially if you mix, assists into the game, into the mix, breaking your opponent's guard and using an assist to, keep them in hit stun so you can follow up with a combo, for example, comes to mind. Maybe you can also lock down your opponent with an assist and then force a guard break on him, an unavoidable guard break or something cheap like that situation. That could take place, but I doubt it, since if you keep your opponent in guard stun while you do your Dragon Rush, it won't let you get the unblockable Dragon Rush on him though, so I doubt he can do it. It also says that Piccolo can fire beams at super high speeds and has a technique that fires a ki blast that'll do even greater damage if connected from a combo. So that sounds really interesting. Maybe that means that, the longer the combo or the more hits it does, the more damage it will do. So you want to learn like longer combos with Piccolo. We also got some stats for Piccolo. Power 3, Speed 2, Reach 4, Technique 4, Energy 3. This doesn't mean shit to me, but the reach and technique are pretty high, so for players who want to play a more challenging character, I would say Piccolo might be up your alley. Okay, moving on to Krillin now. The magazine says he'll have low power and reach, but a lot of techniques. Now, in the past interviews with the developers on this game, they have said that they'll be having weaker characters in the game and following the lore, so to speak. So the balancing of a character like Krillin will be interesting because, he is a weaker character. He'll most likely do low damage but have a ton of interesting attacks and maybe even a really good assist. He'll be like this utility character, so to speak. I don't think it's really a big deal to have characters like this since, in a team game, we have Marvel vs. Capcom 2 with characters that are just strictly used as assists because they're so powerful as an assist character. Characters like Captain Commando or Psylocke come to mind, but they're also really weak on points, so it'd be like nothing new. It's kind of like a trade-off. So that'd be really interesting if we have something like that in Dragon Ball FighterZ. So even though Krillin will have short limbs, not too much range on his normal attacks, he's going to have a bunch of long-range specials. So he has the Kamehameha, for example, and his signature Destructo Disc, which is unblockable too. And I guess this will be similar to Frieza's Death Saucers, because those were unblockable as well, and they come back. But I doubt Krillin's Destructo Disc will come back. He can also adjust the trajectory of his ki blasts and explode them in the air to shoot even more ki blasts. I guess it's going to be like fireworks or something. Another cool thing is he has his after image technique, where Krillin will have the ability to leave an image of himself to confuse the opponent before turning into an attack. So that sounds really tricky. There's a ton of utility here, obviously, and Krillin sounds like, you know, an interesting addition to your roster, and might be the character that's missing from your team. They also listed his stats as well: Power 2, Speed 3, Reach 1, Technique 4, Energy 4. So he's got one more energy than Piccolo, but Piccolo's got way more reach and one more power. So the Power 2 and Reach 1 seems to be in line with, you know, the description of the character and his moveset. Now, in the past interviews, the developers have said that the initial roster of the game are simple characters that they put in first. And they're really easy to get into right away, which makes sense because of all the demo stations that I've been having recently with E3 and EVO and such, and you know, they want to just show these characters off first to the audience, really easy to understand. But it looks like, you know, now starting with Piccolo and Krillin, we're gonna get some more of the, you know, more technical characters added to the roster, and this is something that I definitely want to see. The accessibility and potential, and you know, and the depth is there, but I personally want to see more of it in the roster so far. Now, we also got some information on the online lobby system in the game, and it seems to look very similar to Guilty Gear, which is awesome. You have your big hub section. You can walk around with your little like mini chibi Dragon Ball characters and chat with other players or host a lobby yourself. You also have like these quick notes or quick quotes called Z stamps. And there is also a quick match option as well. I'm probably going to assume you'll be able to fish or something and gain stuff when the game finally comes out. I really like that little like hub system they have for Guilty Gear. And even though this game is not cross-play, like cross-platform play, the fact that it's coming, you know, pretty much to all platforms, and the game is just, you know, an extremely hot topic right now for both casual and competitive players, I think there will be like no shortage of matches. This game should be, you know, way more popular than Guilty Gear, I think. It's going to be something that kind of brings people from different fighting games together, and it'll be nice to see, you know, these hubs stacked with players, with tons of players walking around, and just make a really big community. We will most likely get a chance to see this new online lobby system in the beta that's coming up real soon here. The signups will be on July 26th, so next week. And there's not a date when the actual beta is going to start. Nobody knows. We just know that the signups, like the date of the signups, and we're going to assume it's going to be really soon afterwards. There was like a tiny leak before where there's a tweet that they said it was going to be in August, but then they took down that tweet, so I'm going to assume it's going to be in August. Last time we heard about the beta is that it's going to be a closed beta, which means that not everyone is going to be able to play the game, unfortunately. So expect some kind of lottery system where we sign up and they're going to take a certain amount of names for certain countries and such. But to raise your chances of getting into this closed beta, you know, I would highly advise that you sign up as soon as it becomes available. We also don't know where the sign is going to be, probably like on the official Namco site or something, but I'll let you guys know. The beta will have 9 characters, so I'm going to assume Future Trunks, Piccolo, and Krillin will all be playable, because right now we have 6 characters in those demo stations. I'm going to do my best to get a key, guys, and you can expect a ton of breakdowns and coverage in the future if I do get my hands on one. So let's hope the netcode is good as well. That's another thing that I'm really interested in checking out for the game. So don't forget to like the video, guys, and be sure to subscribe to the channel, and I'll keep you guys posted on more fighting game news in the future. So take care.